Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Hicks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving picks for you here from all the major sports. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us. And, of course, begin this with us. Give us that like, that thumbs up. It really helps us build up our channel. Today on the show, we'll have picks from the NBA, college hoops, as well as NHL. And at the end of the show, we have Parlay peripheral segment where our cappers can get picks out from different sports or player profiles or parlays. They'll make the call on that segment. But let's first meet the cappers and then get right to the show because we don't mess around here on this 26 Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much. Can't complain about the weekend. Nice winning weekend. Heading into Monday. Like today's college basketball slate. Some good spots to make some money. Absolutely love it. Nice spots in the NBA as well. And the NHL card, it's almost a pass for me. And my internet's being weird today. It was yesterday.
There we go.
Still windy. You know why? Because it's hot. It's the rare 33 out here.
Wow.
33 Fahrenheit out here for us this morning, and it's windy. So what happens? We're getting a Chinook, as they call it. And there we go. Bye-bye.
There you go. The wind. The Rod's you got.
I'll fix it.
He'll fix it. He win without flip. Let's go to Chris.
You probably can't. It's
we can hear you. Can't see it.
I'll fix it. Yeah.
All right.
Wind.
We'll move on over to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Coming off a pretty good weekend. 4-2 in the last 2 days. Just trying to, get back in here and keep it going.
Very good. Hello to Sean. Sean, what's happening?
Not much. Split out Saturday, Sunday on my college hoops. Not a good weekend there, so little. It is what it is. What am I gonna do? Back to Monday. 3-pack is up, ready to go, and I actually just added an NBA as I was going over the NBA stuff earlier this morning for us. So you'll get that for free here. I'll give out the NBA in the chat. I don't mind. Go get that college hoops. So that's where that's what I'm loving right now.
Absolutely. So hello, Solo. What's happening?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, ready to get the week started. I want to say we won 500 yesterday, but sometimes the best play is the one you don't make. I remember yesterday I was all over the Mavs, and I gave out the pick, and then Tony gave his pick, and I asked him, why he was on him so hard, and OG Ron, he tapped in. Well, they saved me a ton of cash. I stayed off that game. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed. Ready to roll here. Let's get to the NBA. Ready to roll here with these games. We've got an 8-game schedule, so we'll start off here with the first 3 here on the top of the board. We'll cover here in this block Nets and Wizards. We see the Nets, rare road favorites here, laying 3 on the road, total 215.5, but it is the Wizards. Nuggets at the Pacers. Nuggets 5. The 5.5 seem to be gone now. Total 245.5, 246. Bulls and Sixers 4.5, total 232.5. Let's take a look here at the injury report here for this first block of games. On Denver side, Ken Carr, I think he's been out for 2 years. I've been saying his name for 2 years on this report. Watson as well, out for Denver. Gordon, Murray are probable for Indiana. Johnson and McConnell here questionable. On the Chicago-Philadelphia game, we got DeSunmo, Smith, and Williams out. Kobe White probable. On the Philly side, it's Edwards, Gordon, Lowry out. Embiid and Maxey here are questionable. Could be another skeleton crew here for the Nets today, for the Philly team, I should say. Nets and Wizards. Clowney, Russell, Cam Thomas out. On the Wizards side, no Bay, Brogdon questionable, Smart, Sarr, and Middleton probable. So you're caught up in these first 3. You get to start with Rod.
And looking at Brooklyn taking on the Wizards, if I looked at the stat correct, I believe it is, 26 straight losses on the back-to-back for the Washington Wizards. I'm not trust the Washington Wizards here. I'll take the Brooklyn Nets. We don't see them a whole lot laying points, but I'll take the Nets in that spot. Maybe they're due, but I'm not going to be the guy trying to catch a falling knife with the Wizards ending their 26-game losing streak in the second half of back-to-back. Not doing it there. So give me the Nets in that matchup. And then, the 76ers are home favorites again. Well, they're 1-12 ATS as a home favorite. So not laying it with the Sixers there. I would lean to the Bulls plus the points you get in that matchup. And then looking at this Clippers in Detroit, right? Detroit's been pretty hot, 5-0, 4-1 against that spread. Look at the Clippers 3-2. The calendar turns February, and the Clippers haven't been so good. But maybe this is the get-right spot for them. Either way, I like the over 224.5. And the way that Detroit's been scoring, this Clippers team is going to have to pick it up and run with them. So give me the over 224.5 Clippers. Pistons in that matchup.
We'll see there. See if it's a replay of last year from the Clippers second half fade. On over to Chris.
We're doing the Denver Indy, right? The Pacers Nuggets. Is that right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, yeah. The Clippers Pistons threw me off.
Yeah, that was not in this one.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you're good. I was making my marks here.
You got that Michigan State hat on. He doesn't know where he is. He's pumped up at Detroit. Sorry, Chris.
So yeah, in the Denver Indy, I'm gonna take. I know it's 246, but I mean, you look at what these guys do. I'm gonna take the over. I know it's high, but I'm not afraid of those totals. I'm taking points with the Bulls. I don't trust the 76ers at all. And then actually going the other direction in the Nets Wizards, I take the under. I know it's 213 last I checked, but I mean they're 0-5 last 5, so I don't. It's first to 100 to that one wins that one.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
Well, we got a lot of 1-800-GAMBLER shows today, man. The Nets and the Wizards. I mean, Rod, you mentioned 0-26 back-to-backs, 6 straight-up losses. I mean, the Nets have won. I want to take the Wizards. I want to be the guy in the circus freak trying to catch falling knives. Like, not even in my hand, just like between my pinky and thumb or something. Be that crazy. So you got that one. You got Bulls and Philly. I was going over the Bulls. I'm like, you know what? Talk about team, and I hate the deuce part, right? Because what do you do for? You hope in one hand, poop in the other. What do you get? A whole lot of poop. 6 in a row they've lost. 7 of 8, 8 of 10, 10 of 12, 15 of 19. I guess you got to take Philly, but then you look at those numbers. They're terrible. They're terrible. Lost 9 of 10. That's a pass. That's a pass for me too. Denver though, and the Pacers. I want to kind of. I lean Indy, right? I'm getting like 4.5, 5-ish here, whatever it is. Denver's off a loss, right? Lakers spanked them. Looked, it's an embarrassing loss for them, losing by 23. It's one of those things. Like, I don't know if Denver's that good. Like, how good are they now? They're going to bounce back after that and come win by margin on the road here. I don't know. I'd lean Pacers here. I want to take the Pacers. Give me the Pacers here plus the points.
There from Sean, guys, just want to remind you, we're giving you our free picks on the show. But if you're looking for our best bets, head on over to our site, Tony'sPicks.com, link in the description. And there where you'll find our plays here from our documented cappers. Let me share the screen here real quick so you can give you a peek of what the site looks like here. Link in the description. We'll take it right here. Of course, great performances from our cappers right now on the leaderboards. You see Sean. You see, guys here with big dates like L up there. Chris doing great in the NBA. Solo as well, guys. So go ahead and get signed up over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's continue here on our show. Next up, we'll welcome Al to the show. Al, we're hitting the first 3 in the NBA. Nets, Wizards, Nuggets, Pacers, Bulls, Sixers.
Yeah, sorry for the late show up there, but glad to be here. And look at the Bulls here. I think should be an interesting matchup. 2 teams really struggling. They're coming on 6 straight losses. On the other side, you got the 76ers losing 7 in a row. But just can't get behind the 76ers in this spot. Just 1-12 against the spread as home favorites here. So, and a couple big question marks last time I checked. Let me double check. I'm sure you went over this. Sorry. But yeah, Maxey and Embiid questionable for them. So those guys sit out. I expect the Bulls to win outright. But again, I just like the Bulls either way, whether you guys play or not. They just haven't been playing well at all. And I mean, not that the Bulls have been playing any great basketball either, but just like the spot for them here and taking the bucket with them, or a bucket and a half now.
There from Al on over to Solo.
Brooklyn and Washington. This is a nasty game. What's it? Laying 3.5 with Brooklyn. I wouldn't lay 3.5 in Brooklyn versus everybody on the screen. I'm gonna pass on that game. Chicago and Philly. I think these teams are gonna get up and down. I'm gonna take the over. Denver and Indy. I'm not gonna overthink this either. I think they get up and down. Let's go over.
Over there from Solo, tell you what I think about this one. I would lean Brooklyn in this game. They are 11-4 the spread with the rest advantage, 7-3 the spread against losing teams. They have shown a bit of a pulse. Believe it or not, defensively, look at their past 5 games, giving 41% shooting, 26% from 3. Where did this come from? Wow. All right. So that's their numbers there. I'll look at the Bulls side. They covered against Phoenix, but by the hook, right? Just better than the hook and snook they got there, but they got there, right? And you guys have already said that Philly 1-12 the spread is the home favorite. This Philadelphia team really bad right now. Even the head coach Nurse is saying, Embiid doesn't look as fast as he used to look. Some things just look bad here for this Sixers team there. I'll look at the Pacers at the price here. we look here at Denver, 8-12 of the spread as a road favorite. They've gotten better, but this was a team that faded as a road favorite. Remember those days early in the season when that was the play, right? Denver as a road favorite. I'm going to go against them as a road favorite here. I think the thing here with the Pacers, there is no travel. And they are coming off an all-star break too, so I don't think you have the fatigue factor yet. We'll probably start seeing the fatigue factor of a lot of games later in the week. But I'll look at the Pacers here at plus. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show to get ready for the next series of games here, and they will be Clippers and Pistons. Clippers 2.5, total 224.5. Heat and Hawks. Heat a point favorite on the road, total 228.5. T-Wolves and Thunder again, but in a different location here at OKC. OKC 12, total 229. Let's take a look here at the injury report here for this group of games here. We are covering Clippers and Pistons here. We've got Simmons out. Powell and Leonard are questionable. There for LA. Didn't play yesterday. On the Pistons side, we know Jaden Ivey out with that broken leg. Tulo Smith is out. Fontecchio off the bench. He is questionable there. Looking at the next game, Miami and Atlanta, we got Jovic and Stevens out. Kevin Love questionable. Yes, Kevin Love is still in the league, in case you missed it. Atlanta here, Krejci and Nance are out. T-Wolves and OKC here. Edwards, Jesse Edwards, DiVincenzo are out. Randall, doubtful. Gobert has been upgraded to questionable. Clark questionable as well for Minnesota. Just Mitchell out for OKC here in this back-to-back. We start this series with Rod.
Yeah, looking at the Heat taking on Atlanta. Both teams on the back-to-back here in the spot, right? So for me, it's you look what the Heat have done on the back-to-back spot this season. They're actually a 6-4 straight up, 5-4 against that number. And you look at the Atlanta Hawks on the back-to-back this season, 5-6 straight up, 5-6 against that number on back-to-back days. But what I have seen is this over in the first half. For some reason, both these clubs get up in the first half on a back-to-back spot. 7-4 to the over for the Atlanta Hawks. And then you look at the Heat in the second half of a back-to-back. They're 6-4 to the over in that first half. So 113.5 points. I'm going to take the over 113.5 in that matchup. We know Atlanta doesn't play a whole lot of defense anyway. So give me the over there in the first half. There. And then, I don't know, we just seen these two teams, Minnesota and OKC, yesterday. And what was it, 130, 127? And now the total's at 228. So you're expecting a lower scoring one? Give me the over 228.5 Timberwolves, OKC. I don't expect that game to slow down like we've seen yesterday. I think it's just pretty much the same. Totals probably 10 points too light. Give me the over Timberwolves, OKC.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, and the Clippers Pistons, I'm going to take the Pistons there. And then Hawks Heat, I'm just going to take it over 226. And then Wolves Thunder, we just saw that last night. I'm going to just take the 12 points with or where we're at. We might be at 12 right now. Where are we?
12.
Yeah. If we're still at 12, I'm still taking the 12 with the Timberwolves. I know that's on the back-to-back for both of them, but I mean, they kept it pretty close last night, 7 points. So why not? And then to answer the chat, I found 6-4 is Denver and Indy in their last 10. 6-4 to the over. If anybody's, I know I'm catching a little hell in the comments for that one, but anyway, so those three. Yeah, there you
go. From Chris on over to Sean.
I don't want to take the Pacers here. Clippers, it's their fourth roadie, but one was before that break, so they've dropped their last two. So this is what, their third in 5 nights. Give me the Pistons at home. All right, give me the Pistons here. Miami, Atlanta? No thanks. That's another 1-800 get some help play. And OKC's in this bracket too.
OKC is.
I saw one comment. I really wish they would have lost that game last night. They were down, or they were crushing, and then they came back and blew the lead, but they somehow hold on. Usually that team ends up losing. I can't lay the 12 there. I got to take it had to take the points, even though it's a back-to-back. I mean, both of them are in a back-to-back off of an emotional big game. I lean points, but I'm not going to play that one.
Yeah, from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the Pistons here. Just I think it's could be a great spot if Leonard sits out now, as mentioned in my video. For those that didn't see it, he is again usually expect him to play one of the two back-to-backs, but he's still listed as questionable here with a new injury, so a little concern there. But again, I do think he plays. Still gonna go. Still going to go Pistons in that one. I just think they've been playing the much better basketball, so I'm going to back the Pistons there. As Sean said, the Hawks Heat game, kind of tricky one. I do think the Heat better team on paper, but they're just 4-10 against the spread as road favorites, and Atlanta is still 8-5 against the spread as a home dog. So gonna lean not much of a spread there, but I'm gonna lean to Atlanta in that one. But again, I like the Pistons better in this slot.
Yeah, from Al, we'll move on over to Solo.
Clippers in Detroit. Detroit's probably the hottest team in the league. I want to say they're 8-2 record over the last 10 and also 8-2 ATS. Clippers out a little banged up, so let's just stay on board with the Pistons. Miami and Atlanta, these teams going to get up and down. Let's take the over. Minnesota and OKC, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know we dropped one yesterday. OKC bounced back today. We landed. -12 OKC.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games here. LA is failed to cover 7 of 9 here in that Clippers and Pistons games, 4-7 in back-to-back games. Pistons 8-2 as a spread at home against winning teams. Detroit here really put some offense over the past 6 at home, averaging 121 points per 100 possessions. And this Clipper team, it could be a replay of last year where they just faded down the stretch. It was one of the most disappointing teams last year in the NBA in the second half. It could be headed that way again there. So I look at Detroit here in that spot. In the let's see, we're looking at this Hawks, right? The Hawk game, Hawk in Miami. I'm going to go ahead and take Atlanta here. When you don't put ball pressure on Atlanta, they seem to do better here. They're 5-1. They're spread at home against teams that force 13 or fewer turnovers per game. I just don't trust Miami in back-to-back games. That's the issue there. I mean, they really faded badly in that down the stretch against Milwaukee. They were in that game and just faded down in that fourth quarter. I didn't like the way they looked there. Miami 4-10 to the spread as a road favorite. And then against these good shooting teams that hit 46% or greater, the Heat 5-13 to the spread on the road against these good shooting teams. I'll look at the Hawks in that spot. Yeah, I'm with Solo here. I'm thinking here a smash for OKC. You know, Minnesota's dealing with a lot of injuries, and now I think that impacts you more in back-to-back games. The injury situation. We've seen OKC win in bad spots. No worse spot than they beat Chris's Memphis team. Memphis was rested 2 days, and OKC back-to-back, third game in fortnight, and OKC still pounded. I don't think Memphis has recovered since that loss against OKC.
I think they're going the wrong way too.
Yeah. That was a crushing shot psychologically to that Grizzlies team, because that was a Grizzlies spot. That was one of the best spots of the year. You know, two at home with 2 days of rest against a team playing their third and four nights and back-to-backs. It doesn't get better than that in the NBA. Trust me.
Why do you want to choose violence against poor Chris's team today? The guy just loves it. I mean, you won't stop, Tony. You won't stop to saying how bad it was for him.
Well, it was
still haven't recovered.
At least he hasn't brought up the Knicks game. Let's not bring that one up either.
Weren't they leading the league against the spread when I hopped onto Tony's space? Yeah, that's not the case anymore. I mean, they burned me a couple of times. This is a great team, but
I
don't know what's up with them lately.
I think that game took a lot out of them. I mean, I really do. I mean, I'm just bringing up what I've noticed there on the Grizzlies side since that game, because it was such a circle game for Memphis, and I was on Memphis that game, and it just surprised the hell out of me the result there, because usually in the NBA the schedule gets to you. You know, the schedule really gets to you in the NBA, but it just seems to be that OKC might be spot proof the way they're playing.
And with Memphis, you can also kind of see that power struggle going on. You know, with Job missing those games, I think Jaren Jackson thinks he's the best player on the team.
Yeah, that could be.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah. That's a possibility there. You know, that's exactly right. Memphis getting I'm throwing darts right now in Memphis right now, but you know, it's just the way the NBA is, right? Sometimes you have to get off a team and you have to make a point why you're off a team. All right, let's continue here.
Having two guys think they're the best players and the worst problem to have, you know. But
we've seen that a lot in the NBA, man. We've seen that a lot in the NBA. That usually. We'll see how it rolls throughout the contest there. But yeah, I'm there with OKC here. You look at this, they're just very at home. Look at them as what are they, 18-8 as a home favorite against winning teams, 13-3 to the spread. Again, I just think the cluster injuries for Minnesota, you pay for it in these back-to-back spots. All right, let's continue on here as we move on to close out this NBA card with these final two games. And these might be, you may have to get your phone ready for these. Trailblazers and Jazz here. Blazers 5 on the road, 4.5 on the road, total 232.5. Hornets and Kings. Kings, yeah, that came down from 11.5. Kings 11 now, total 232. And these 1-800 specials for the late night audience. Let's take a look here at the injuries here for Portland. Again, Aiden's going to be out for some time, maybe 4 weeks here. He's out. Minaya out. Thibault out for Portland. Williams is probable. On the Utah side, they're banged up. Clarkson, Collins, Sextons, all scorers. These guys are out. Markkanen, a scorer. He's questionable. Kessler, who I think is overrated, he's questionable there for Utah. On the Charlotte-Sacramento game, Jeffries, Okogie, and Williams are out. Another clean injury report for Sacramento. Just doesn't seem to help them. They've been about the most healthiest team of late here. But it doesn't seem to help. We start with Rod.
And for me, looking at these games, you look at Portland heading back out on the road. Remember that first game on the road trip, on their last road trip? It was ugly. And they don't fare so well against the Northwest Division. They're 0-13 ATS with Portland. I'll take the Jazz, even shorthanded Jazz, plus the 4.5 in that matchup. And then, do you trust the Kings? Land 11? I don't. No chance I trust the Kings. Kings have lost their last 6 games as a favorite following a home loss. So I'll take the Charlotte plus the 11 in that matchup.
And there from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I did the video on YouTube channel. Go check it out for the Hornets Kings. Definitely not laying 10.5, 11 with the Sacramento Bulls or Kings, whatever, however you want to refer to them. Talk about a power struggle there, DeRozan and Levine there. But yeah, I would take the points with the Hornets there, no problem. And then I'll probably just go over in the Portland, Utah when nobody's playing defense there.
There we go from Chris on over to Sean.
The crazy thing is, I bet one of these games. This is where I think the value is tonight.
You got that number. you got it on speed dial.
Listen. I like Portland here. I mean, you take out the losses. All right, you lose to the Lakers, who are a good team. You lose to Denver twice, who are a good team. You lost on the road to Minnesota, a good team. I'm on a 12-0 ATS run against everybody else, as opposed to a couple playoff teams. And you're going to give me points with a Jazz? Come on, the Jazz. I'm looking pretty with under 29.5, but they shouldn't be favored. I don't care how bad Portland is. 4.5, 5.
Portland's favorite on the road. Portland's favorite on the road.
Oh, are they favored? Oh, I read it backwards then.
Yeah,
forget it. All right, no, I'll forget. Okay. Even, good points.
Oh, no.
Good 4.5. Oh, they're okay.
Sometimes the books cross them up in the opener. When they open them up, sometimes they screw them up. That's happened to me where I see the first opening line and they screw it up, and I keep thinking that's the number.
Yeah, I just looked at it and I'm like, oh, they're plus. They were plus, yeah, because it said +4. And okay, yeah, they are. Okay, forget it. I don't want to lay 5. I like Portland. I don't love them that much. It's not like I got Kevin Duckworth coming in here to light up the scoreboard here. All right, let's move on to the next game, man. Hornets and Kings. I bet the under here, 232.5. How the hell is this 232? What am I? Who's playing here? What are we doing? 88, 115, 186, 89, 102 points, 102. They scored 117 in the game and gave up 116. That barely would have sniffed the total. How the hell is this 232? The Kings going to give up 120 tonight?
It's like Baron Davis is back in the lineup. He's still the point guard for the Baron Davis back there with these guys.
He was the original Beard. James Harden took it from him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He was the original Beard. He was a character.
I bet it's on the site. There you go. I put it out already. I didn't, I'm 12-10 in NBA bets this year, so it is what it is. Slightly winning, but
hey, that's good. That's very good in NBA, man. Very, very good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's superstar status there in this league. On over to Al.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the big ugly dog here in the Hornets again. As Chris mentioned, I don't think the Kings should really be laying that many points, but just in case you don't want to see any second half meltdowns, I'll just take the Hornets in the first half plus the 6.5 here. So that's gonna be my pick for this spot.
There from Al, we move on over to Solo.
Portland and the Jazz. I have to say I disagree on this one. I think these teams are going to get up and down. I think defense is optional. I'm going to take this total over. Also, one of my favorite props, just to throw it in before I forget, let's take Anthony Simmons over 3 3-pointers. He's hitting us at an extremely high rate. He takes like 9 a game. He's going to have opportunities to cash. Charlotte and Sacramento. I'm going to take Charlotte with the points and hold my nose. These games are gross.
They are the gross ones here at the end. They leave the gross for the end here. I'd have to look at Utah. They've covered 6 of 7 at home, believe it or not. They've done that. I still think Ayton's injuries are going to be a big concern here. It wasn't against Charlotte. It just was a no-show in that game. That was a disgusting game on Saturday night there. But I think Ayton here, rim protector, kind of the leader of that pack because it's a really young team. And he's people like him a lot, and the players respect him there. Jazz have covered 6-7. I know they're dealing with injuries, but again, I just don't like the way Portland looked on those road games. I mean, they were just getting pounded there on the road. Remember we said take up, at home and then on the road, and of course now you're in elevation. And the Jazz have suddenly become good at home, covering games, not good covering games at home. I'll look at Utah there. I can only look at Sacramento. These are 2 teams coming off bad losses. Don't forget, if you're playing that bad loss angle with Charlotte, that's not the way to look at it because Sacramento came off a really embarrassing loss at home to Golden State. That was just as bad in my book there because you're at home there. But the Hornets are in the better defensive form. Yeah, and I kind of wonder here, how can a team that barely averages 98 points a game have a total of 232? that is the question there. Because at least Charlotte defends. One thing they do is at least they know they're no good at shooting the basketball, so they figure we're just going to defend and try to stay respectable. And with the Kings, man, they just don't have any defense. They are the Sacramento Bulls because they play defense like the Bulls. So they're the Bulls in my eyes. So I'll take Charlotte here. Plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. So flip the script over to college hoops today for this card. This is what I always call like a Sean type of card on Mondays. You get a few big teams in there, and then you get all these little small conferences. Your Southlands in there, your CAA in there. These are the ones he likes to play. ASUN in there as well. So these are the ones, Sean. This is where he's got this. He's excited about these here. Guys, reminder, we're giving you our free picks. If you want our best bets, take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's where we've got our premium plays up there. You see the great results from our cappers. A lot of the guys you see on our live shows and videos are doing great work up there. You see Sean on top of the leaderboard. Rod's doing great. El Nino's a big day yesterday. Solo's up there. Chris doing great work in the NBA as well. So go ahead and get signed up, guys, over at Tony'sPicks.com. Promo code Tony'sPicks. Check out. We'll save that 15% off. All right, let's get to the college hoop card for today. And let's take a look here how we're going to break it up this way. We're going to cover the game.
We got an early one.
Degenerate game at noon. We got our noon degenerate game for the bars that open up. They like to serve the early servers there, come in early. We're going to cover the games at noon Eastern, and we will include the games at 7:30 Eastern. So that'll be the first. That'll be the first of the 2 blocks here. The nooner, and include the 7:30 Eastern game. And there's a lot there on these small conferences. We start with Rod.
All right, there's a lot on these small conferences. So first one we're going to look at here is that DGen game. And to kick off the day here at noon, I'm going to take the over 138 in that matchup. You look at these 2 clubs, when they get together, it's 2-0 to the over their last 2. You look at Stony Brook. Stony Brook's 5-2 to the over. 138, that's way too light on the total. We cruise into the 140s easily there between those 2. Track meet, take the over in the DJing game to start the day. And then another over here, I'm looking at Lipscomb taking on Austin Pay. You look at when these 2 clubs get together, their last 7 meetings head-to-head have seen 148-plus points scored between these 2 clubs. And I'm looking at this total, and it was at 142.5 overnight. It's up to 144.5. So the book's got that thing on the rise. Jump on it now. We cruise into the 150s between Lipscomb and Austin Pay in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here in this time block is where are we going? I mean, give me the under between North Carolina and Florida State. You look at these 2 clubs when they get together. Florida State, their last 7 versus a ranked opponent, has seen 153 points or less scored in those games versus a ranked opponent. So this total is at 156. Give me the under 156. North Carolina, Florida State. And one more, I'm going to take a big dog here. Give me Texas, Rio Grande Valley heading into McNeese. It's a revenge game. Texas, Rio Grande Valley lost McNeese earlier this season. And now McNeese is laying 16 at home. Too many. Give me Utah, Rio Grande Valley plus the 16 in that matchup. Couple I like that early time block.
There from Rod. Next up, we move on over to, I think Chris is in this block, right? Chris, are you ready for the college? We'll go to Sean first and get back to Chris. We'll on over to Sean.
All right, so I'm gonna have a few in this block for you. I got a 3-pack up, so I'm gonna leave a couple of these off, but we'll start with, Rod mentioned the Rio Grande here. So again, a bunch of points, and this again, this is February basketball. I jump into my little program here. I call these the uglies. They are 27 and 48. These kind of big spreads here with your Rio Grandes versus McNeese, like these big SWAC Southlands. But you've had 11 outrights in these kind of things. You just saw a couple over the weekend too. So I didn't play it. It does fit my little description, of which overall the in plays that fit, and this is one of them. But again, I kind of separate the uglies because they've been so bad. 41 and 23. If you want to look at these kind of numbers over, including other sports. So if you put them all, or other sports, other conferences. So then you're talking 68 wins on the system in this. So I had trouble kind of pulling the trigger on those because I was taking them early, and then I was having 0-6 Saturdays with them. They were bad the first 2 weeks. So it fits it, and it's a strong play, but I did not play. it. Eastern Kentucky's getting 3. This one is a close one because I really want like at least a 5.5 to 6 here. But the close ones almost as bad as the ones that are automatics, 26 and 15. So this fits the bill perfectly here on if you play this one, and if you play, I think it fits the time frame here. NC Central, I got 3.5. It's another one that kind of fits right into that system of going 26 and 15. That'd be worth a look for you there as well. And Northwestern State. Now I put a question mark next to it last night. It was 4.5. It's 7.5 now. Problem is, I don't like it when the line moves up to where I need it to be. That's not the original number. Like, you need the original number to kind of go off it. All that being said, I had a question mark next to it at 4.5, where it would have been a close play. I might still pull the trigger on this one, and I do like Southeast Louisiana. They're like the top team out of here, but I'm going to stick with my system. I ran down the numbers: 26-15, 41-23, and then 11 games under in the other one. But so be it. That's why I kind of get a little choosy on those. And that would be it for this time frame. That's it. So the close ones are Central, Eastern Kentucky for you, Northwestern State, and then if you want to really hold your nose, you grab Rio Grande, and they're going to kind of keep it close and maybe pull an outright win. Who knows?
There from Sean over to Al.
I'm gonna look at Alabama State, 7-2 at home, but then Cookman just 6-12 on the road. So laying the bucket there with Alabama State. And the next one I like is Stetson. They lost 8 in a row, so don't like this one as much as the first one. But 4-9 at home, not great. But Bellarmine just 0-14 on the road. So this could be a spot where they get their first road win. But until they do, I'm gonna take a shot with Stetson here.
There, you're going against Bellarmine, you said?
Yeah.
Make them cover it. Let's move on over to Solo.
Stony.
Okay, go ahead, Solo.
You want me to go? Okay, Stony Brook and Hampton. I'm gonna lay it with the Pirates. Let's go Hampton minus 8.5 on the early game. I actually like Bellarmine myself on the money line. What else we got? Wasn't that plus 1.5 right? Yeah, on the money line. And then I'm gonna lay the points with Lipscomb.
I see it pick him, about that Stetson game. So it's like not much of a cover. It's more about who wins the game. But yeah. And no, you're good. I was just talking about what Tony said last comment there.
I know they're not getting points. They were covering getting points. That's true. They've been big dogs, but they're not in this spot. Back to Chris.
We're in the 7 o'clock time slot. Is that right?
Yeah, we're doing the nooner and include 7:30. Yep.
Okay. I'm looking at the North Carolina, Florida State. I'm going to take the under in that one. You look at North Carolina off of 2 consecutive or 2 straight wins against conference rivals, 19-5 to the under. And then I'm going to, I guess we're not, yeah, well, I'll wait. I got a 7:30. So are we going up 7:30?
We're doing 7:30. Yeah, we're doing 7:30.
I don't know. Another one I looked at here, nothing really in it on it. I've just been cashing a few times with Lamar, and they're going up against Incarnate Word. So yeah, I'd take the 1.5 with Lamar.
There from Chris Say what I like about some of these games here. I'm going to look at William and Mary here, plus the points against UNC Wilmington. That's your early start here. William and Mary has a 12-0 record at home. And you're getting points here. I know UNC Wilmington is probably the class of the conference, but UNC Wilmington's defensive form has gone south over their past 5 games, giving 47% shooting. So look at William and Mary here at plus the points. I liked Monmouth the other day. I like them again here against Northeastern in pretty poor shooting form over their past 5. And in conference play, they failed to cover 9 of 14 here. And Monmouth does defend very well in the CAA, and this team that makes their free throws. So I'll look at Monmouth here at plus the points there. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we'll continue on here with the games. So actually, there was one more. I like Nichols here against Corpus. Nichols here laying the 2.5. Look at the Colonels at home. Shoot the ball well. Won 10 of 14. Corpus Christi offensively in the Southland struggled from 3 and making their free throws to 64% at the line. And we look at Nichols, a team that's second offensive efficiency in the Southland. They're also second effective field goal defense, so they do it well in both ends of the court. I like Nichols there in that spot, and I agree with the line move from the 1.5 to 2.5. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue here with college hoops. So we'll close out the college hoops with the games from 8 Eastern time all the way to 11 Eastern. Boy, they're putting Kansas again in that late window. Wow, that's 11 Eastern. Okay, so 8 Eastern to 11 Eastern tonight. We got some Big 12 games there as well, and of course one from the Big 10. So we get this one started with Rod.
Yeah, the first one I'm looking at is I like Texas Southern here going against the Abe Simpsons. You look at Arkansas Pine Bluff on the road, 1-16 on the road is Arkansas Pine Bluff. They're also 0-11 after covering a spread on the road. So give me Texas Southern in that one. Some money's come in because that was up to 14.5, I believe, overnight. So somebody's betting the Abe Simpsons. I'm not touching Pine Bluff on the road. There, Texas Southern big over Arkansas on that one. And then for me, the funny line that I'm looking at is Florida A&M, a 1-point dog on the road. I know they're only 4-11 against on the road, but they're 11-4 ATS. Solid team. I'm gonna take Florida A&M on the money line in that one. You look 4-1 straight up, 5-0 against the number. Well, maybe the other side of the things is Alabama A&M. Maybe I'm grabbing low hanging fruit, but either way, give me Florida A&M on the money line in that matchup. And then one more I'm looking at here. Why is Houston only a 1-point favorite on the road? That's funky to me. Give me Texas Tech on the money line. I think they outright
Texas Tech beat them the first time. They were the one team that beat them in conference.
Yes. So they're going to beat them again. Everyone's going to be all over Houston. They're baiting into that one. Here, don't you want a point? Come on, Houston. It's in a revenge spot, right? No. Take the Red Raiders on the money line. They beat Houston again in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is it's the hold your nose bet. I'm going to take Mississippi Valley State.
Oh, boy. You need a lot of clothespins, too, to help you with that.
Yeah, this definitely. I'm going to take Mississippi Valley State plus a 17.5 versus Prairie View. Prairie View 0-5 in their last 5 games. 2-3 against that number. You expect this team to beat a team by 18? No chance. Give me Mississippi Valley State University plus a 17.5 in that matchup.
I don't know if that's hold your nose. That's a gas mask game there.
Oh, it is. It's just one of those. Yeah. Don't worry. I got speed dial 1-800.
Has on that on standby too. Has on that on standby. On over to Chris.
The only one I'm really looking at this one is that Kansas-Colorado game. I might lean with Colorado with the points, but I think the better play there is the under when Kansas is favored. They're 17-5 to the under, so I take the under in that game.
There from Chris. On over to Sean.
All right, well, go the Mississippi Valley State, absolutely. But give me Pine Bluff over Texas Southern, and you left out Morgan State in that nonsense. Again, these are things. If you're going to play these, if you're going to play these whack ass conferences, and everybody's going to run to take the favorite, right? This team's 2-27. Yeah, well, they're 0-15 versus when they're playing like the Big Ten and all these teams getting smashed. So it's the thing is, and I was saying this on another show I was doing with some guys. I was like, you look at these conferences. Is there that much difference between a team that's 12-2 and 7-8 or 7-8 and 2-2? There's no NBA guys in here. There's not some generational guy who's going to be like, oh my goodness. They are really not that far apart. Now, you have to play them all. Like, you can't just say, I'm going to do one, and next thing you know, you go 0-1, the other one's win. It's like, oh, damn it. If you're gonna do these wacky conferences, shrink that bankroll, bet size, and do a few of them, because you're going to get some outright winners. You're going to get some covers. It might be 6-5, it might be 5-6, but it's a month of games. It's not, you can't look at it as a one-nighter here. So all the ugly dogs, sign me up. But I got to disagree with you. Give me Houston here. If you're Texas Tech, yeah, I get it. They mean the first time. Houston's got 3 losses on the year. 2 of them are in overtime. They lost by 3, lost by 5 at Auburn. I mean, their losses are neutral, and then a 1-point loss to Texas Tech, which is a good team. I don't know, man. Houston's tough. I know sometimes they looked at as not as good as like everybody runs to the Auburns and the Alabama stuff. Yeah. This is a good squad. And Kansas, as Chris was mentioning, their total, forget that. Just take the points. They've dropped 4 in a row on the road. Just forget about covering. They just lost. They're 3-7 on the road. This isn't classic Jayhawk team.
No. Maybe
get them at. Yeah. If you want to get them a plus a point or 2 or something in the Big 12 tournament, again, I'm not laying 8 points to them. I don't care how bad Colorado is. No, it's Colorado or nothing.
Yeah, especially when you have a head coach talking about other schools, coaching other schools. That's weird. And over to El Ninos.
Speaking of Colorado, nice hat, Solo. I'm gonna agree with Rod here on Florida A&M. They won the last meeting, 95-79 at home. I just don't think that home court is gonna save Alabama here, Alabama A&M. So I'll go with Florida A&M to get the job done again there. I like Michigan too. Tougher game here in Nebraska, pretty good, 10-3 at home, but Michigan's traveled well too, going 6-2 on the road. So I will take Michigan in that one. And I like New Orleans coming in on a 10-game losing streak, 0-10 at home. Yeah, this game is ugly. I don't think you're gonna get a much uglier game like this all year long. East Texas A&M 0-16 on the road, coming on a 6-game losing streak. So one of them is going to snap their losing streaks, and I think home court is what gets it done here. I'm going to go New Orleans here.
Someone's has got to go. Has got to go.
There we go. Love these conferences. On over to Solo.
Michigan and Nebraska. I think Nebraska returns home from a nice little road trip. Michigan coming up that emotional loss to Michigan State. I think they bounce back. Sign me up with the Wolverines. Houston and Texas Tech. You guys know that's my squad. I'm with Houston. I think they bounce back, revenge spot here. Let's play it with the Cougars. And obviously Kansas and Colorado, I'm going to say it very clear. Take the points. You know how I get down.
Oh, yeah. You know how Solo gets down. The sprinkle. But I don't think he sprinkles. I think he pours. I think he pours. I think he's a heavy pour guy. There. All right. I'm with you guys here on Colorado plus the points. Away from home, the Jayhawks just can't shoot the ball 43%. Now they're in high elevation here. They failed to cover 4 of 5. And actually, the Buffs have actually can shoot they can hit their free throws. They can shoot inside, and they've had some success of late. I believe they have. Colorado has covered 5 straight, and the defense has gotten better here. So 5 straight covers for Colorado. So look at the Buffs in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show, guys. We're giving you our free picks. Remember, our best bets over at TonySpix.com. Click the link in the description, get it right over, and get signed up. A lot of great results from our cappers up here. You see Sean Higgin on top of the leaderboards. Rod's doing great. Solo really good. El Nino's up the leaderboards. Guys, get signed up. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. We'll switch over to hockey. 4-game card from the ice tonight. A 2-game card. Sorry, 2-game card. I have over goal. I got a bunch of gold props on my feed here showing 4. So here we go. 2 games today. Tonight we've got we'll knock them out here. Sharks and Jets. We've got the Jets. Look at this, approaching $5 now. $4.60 total 6. Golden Knights and Kings. A nice game tonight in LA. Kings $1.10 total 5.5 over to Rot.
Yeah, and you look at these 2 games. It's like for me, you look at The Sharks, they lost to Calgary last night. And now you're on the second half of back-to-back. Do you really want to lay that kind of price with the Winnipeg Jets team? Do you want to really? No, I don't. Do you want to chase it with the falling knife? And maybe the Sharks can keep it close to the 2.5? Yeah. You seen the last game, it was a 1-goal game. So I don't mind that at a plus 2.5, but I can't do it. I think the Sharks are deep doo-doo here. Hellebuck hasn't played a game since his loss in the Four Nations to Canada. He ain't going to let in anything tonight. I think Hellebuck pins himself a shutout. I would lay the 2.5. But the play here, this game's going to be like a 4-0, 5-0. Take the under 5.5 in that one. We're not going to see a whole lot of goals. Sharks are not going to be dealing in any heavy lifting of scoring goals. 0 or 1 at best in that matchup tonight. And then looking at the other one, Kings taking on the Knights here. Man, I wanted to take the Kings because they look at the Kings' record at home. They've been only 3 regulations losses all season long are these Kings. But they're facing a Vegas team that's solid club here. I know they haven't been great on the road, but the Kings versus explosive teams scoring more than 3 goals a game. They're 12-2 straight up this season are the Kings versus the good teams. So the teams that are scoring goals, Kings get up for it. So I was trying every which way to get to the Kings. But I like the over here. I think we see some goals. Surprisingly, you look at the Kings' last 5 games against the good teams, 5.5 is too light. We seen the last game was a 4-2. I think we easily get to 6+ goals here in this one tonight. Take the over with a lead of the Kings.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Sean.
I'm shocked that you could talk for 4 minutes about 2 games. One was a $5 favorite. I see that. I'm like, I don't even look. I looked at that. I'm like, I'm not even looking at the game. $5. Good night. But I'm with you on the Kings. I did like the Kings in that spot. So LA at home would be a play for me. And the lock of your life is probably the Jets laying 5-1, right? That would be most people would do here.
Lock of your life, not doing it. The lock of life was last week. Remember? That was Missouri. Missouri was the lock of the year so far.
Oh my! Oh, here we go. Here, guys,
we're getting some greedy eaters here. They're gonna say we got some guy on the King puck line there, 250.
There you go. See, that's fine.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that sprinkle. I kind of like that. Nothing wrong with that little sprinkle there on Kings of the puck line.
There we go. On over to
I'm taking that. I'm going to grade that myself. Why not?
Yeah, definitely not my favorite games of the season, but Kings Knights should be a good game. Yes, I will lean Kings as well in that one. Another one, I'll probably look at the Sharks +2. I'm going to take them plus the 1.5, about plus 150, and I'm seeing the plus 2.5 around -130. So should get some plus money on that +2, and I'll take a shot with them. Why not?
There from Al. All right, we got you through the hockey segment. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral, or just play them straight. All right, we should call it also big parlay peripheral. Play it straight your way. That segment here on the show. Also talking about team player props, games of the future. There's 13 preseason baseball up there. With the up the Cappers, they make the call in this segment. We started off there with Rod.
All right, it's the hold your nose up parlay of the day. We're going to take Utah, Rio Grande Valley, plus the 15. Well, it was 16. Now it's down to 15. See, somebody's liking that one too. So let's come down. Take Utah, Rio Grande Valley, plus the boatload of points. Then we're going to take the other one, Mississippi Valley State, plus the 17.5 points. And then one more in this one, as Sean alluded to, you got to take Morgan State plus the 14.5 points in that one. Take all the big dogs, 3-teamer, plus the points there in that matchup. I like that. Actually.
There from Rod.
As soon as we get off here.
We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you a 2-teamer in the NBA. We're going to take the points with the Bulls and the points with the Hornets. It's just the best that we could do today in these crazy cards in the NBA. And then I'll give you a couple MLB futures here. I've missed a couple days here, but first one's going to be a team total. Detroit over 83.5 wins. I'll roll the Tigers on that one. And then a guy I cashed with last year, he's from the Athletics, Brent Rooker, over 30 home runs. He's already had an RBI in spring training.
Very good. There from Chris. On over to Sean.
That dude might hit 30 just at home in that AAA park. I like it. Yeah. And I bet that over to myself, 83.5 for the Tigers. I think I gave that out. At Christmas, I probably gave that out. Yes. And plus they got another pitcher. I love it. I was thinking about just putting all the uglies in here, but Rod covered them, so I could pivot away from that. I'm going to agree with those anyway. So we are not parlaying. If you want to round robin them, I guess. I'm going to tell you straight bet them. 49-31, 2-0 the other day. We had the Wiz and Canisius on Friday last time I was here, so not too bad, 61%. I'm giving you Sacramento under the 232.5. That's a premium pick on the site for me, my only NBA. I usually don't sell the NBA picks. You get them right here, absolutely free. Go buy the 3-pack of college hoops. Eastern Kentucky +3, and Colorado close out your night because you're degenerates who want to be up late at night. Bet something, +6.5 at home. There you go. You could solo it too. Your little money line. I would not be shocked for another win there. But take the points from me. All straight. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Yeah, from Sean on over to Alninos.
Go Pistons, then I'll go Timberwolves first half, Hornets first half. And Timberwolves again 7 in the first half, Hornets 6.5 in the first half.
Yeah, from Al on over to Solo.
We're going to go 10 toes down in North Carolina parlay. Let's go UNC Wilmington minus. Let's go North Carolina minus. And let's go Queens minus the points.
There from Solo. I'll give you mine here. I like William Mary here, Monmouth, as well as Colorado there, plus the points. All right, we got you through our parlay segment, peripheral segment. So now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Into a big week of action here from college basketball, NBA, and of course NHL. And of course, we're getting closer and closer. Well, actually, this is the end of the month. We are already into March, so we're getting closer and closer to that ASUN tournament action as well. So let's see what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod come off a big day yesterday. Rod put up some great numbers year to date. Also in hockey, where he's over 1,500 units of profit, 1,549 to be exact. Rod, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
And for me over at Tony's Picks today, I've got a nice little 5-pack. It's Monday, so I got a money-making 5-pack. It includes my NBA drop-a-dime play. Going for our 4th straight NBA drop-a-dime play here to kick off the week. So crushed it with the Raptors yesterday. So excited to get our 4th straight. NBA is heating up, so jump aboard that. And then also my 10-star college basketball slam dunk of the day. Absolutely love that one. Crushed it yesterday with RMU winning 3 straight. So going for a 4th straight on my college basketball slam dunk of the day. So those are my 2 best bets. Those 2 best bets are included in the Money Monday 5-pack. So definitely scoop that up. Or better yet, take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well over at Tony's Picks. That's a great thing you want to be on because you want to be a board long term here at Tony's Picks because that way you get that late steam play as well. So if there's something we see late in the afternoon on some of these DGen special college basketball slates, hey, sometimes that late info play is where to be. So definitely jump aboard long term here at Tony's Picks. Hit the link in the description, head on over, use Tony T at checkout, save 15% off. Let's kick off the week a winning.
Within a week here with Rod. You can see up there with a 5-pack up there. So again, remember all these one-day passes are profit guaranteed, meaning the must turn profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guaranteed. So get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. Link in the description lands you right here over on Rod's handicapper page. All right, let's take a look here, and we will see what Chris has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Chris put together a great year here in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, for today, I've got 2 picks in the NBA, 1 pick in college basketball, wrapped them all up in a 3-pack. I do have the best bet in the NBA, best bet in college basketball. Both those are included in 3-packs, so you can either buy them individually, buy the pack. And then, yeah, as we head into more NBA this week, I'll have some more of that. And then, of course, the SEC, I'll get you some guys, some picks on that. Hop on the late steam, though. Let me get you that late line movements with injuries. We know how the NBA rolls, so you'll get all that information. And then 2-for-1 capper. Pair me up with one of these other guys. 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. And make sure you're using that promo code Tony T. Checkout, save 15% off of it. And yeah, let's just keep trying to figure out the NBA here as we go.
Good, guys. Got more with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. 1-day passes up here. The ones in yellow are the long-term passes, so you can get on board here 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, 1 year all sports bathroom. Chris Atkins. Get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, we'll take a look and see what Sean has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com right now. Sean, unit leader, 4,974 units of profit. Document over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sean, what's for sale?
College hoops, baby. Let's go. 3-pack is up. That's all I got right now. Maybe I'll add a little something extra with college basketball. Sometimes I add things a little later in the day. I might add a game or 2, but college basketball. There you go. You see, it's all my money is basically in college hoops. So if you want to get on board, awesome. The 2-for-1s are great. Get 2 Capper Choice 1. You like NBA, you like hockey. You got guys here a lot better than me. Pair it up. You want to bet everything? I'm the college hoops guy for you, and everyone else. You check the leaderboards. Let's hear. You see how we do. We come on every day. We tell you how we do. Gotta love the transparency, but let's go. ASUN the second. I'm excited. I'll be ready for college basketball. Baseball's coming. We got player props here with this guy, Chris, put him on. I love it. Baseball's my favorite.
Absolutely, guys. Get on board here with Sean Higgs over at Tony's Picks. He's got his 3-pack right now from College Hoops, #1 college basketball packer of 2025. Also, all units combined, he's been cranking it right now. Also, you may consider the long-term pass. That 1-month pass gets you a lot of college basketball here, right into the end of the conference tournament action there, all the way to March 23rd there. So when you get that 1-month pass, it's a really good value right now with Sean. As you can see, lots of volume from Sean in College Hoops, as we talked about, almost 5,000 units of profit there. But look at the grade across the board from Sean. All picks documented. So click the link in the description and get on board. Of course, use that promo code TonyC at checkout. You'll save that 15% off, and significant savings there off the $299 on the 1-month pass. So that takes you down about $45 off that 1-month all sports pass. So get on board there with Sean over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look and we'll see what El Nino's has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. El Nino's put together a pretty good weekend, Saturday and Sunday, with positive units. What you got for sale, Al?
Yeah, so far just a 3-pack in the NBA. Don't think I'll get there with any NHL today on that 2-game card, but should have at least 1 or 2 plays up in college basketball. So make sure you keep an eye on for those, and check out that 3-pack in the NBA. It includes my $19 best bet. So don't buy both, buy either or better yet, as always, get one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper deals. Get all the plays that way, including all our Steam plays, which with the NBA and all the late info in the NBA is hard to do without. And so you definitely want to check that out over at Tony'sPicks.com. And something I always forget to mention is don't forget to use that promo code TonyT at checkout.
All right, good, guys. Yeah, El Nino's over at Tony's Picks. The $19 premium is up there. It's also bundled in here with his 3-pack. So you can get on board here with El Nino's over at Tony's Picks. Long-term passes also available there. Promo code TonyT at checkout. Save you that 15% off. Get on board with El Nino's over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look here, and we'll see what Solo's got for sale right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. Solo doing great work in NBA. Have a pretty good Saturday and Sunday. What you got going up there, Solo?
I actually got a best bet in both college basketball and NBA. I was actually adding plays, but time got away from me. I wanted to get on here in politics and fellowship with a strong panel, but I'm gonna finish 1 or 2 more plays to get a 3-pack in NBA. So sign up with me short-term, long-term, but definitely long-term, guys, because NBA, we got to have these picks in before like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and things change throughout the day. So you definitely want to be able to have access to that steam. So sign up with me short-term, long-term, pay me one of the good caps. Let's get to the bank. You know how we get down.
Very good, guys. Got it forward with the Solo over at Tony's Picks. He's got his best bet up there from NBA and college hoops. Of course, keep an eye for that late steam plays for the long-term subscribers. So you sign up for a long-term subscription, you'll get the late steam from Solo. All late steam plays, we allow our cappers to post plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours of our game time. Those are emailed to all long-term subscribers. Use the email you use when you sign up for the service. That's the late steam feature there at Tony'sPicks.com. Or you can just purchase the plays here, as you see here, with best bets, 1-day passes as well. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. All right, also have a best bet on the board for me at Tony's Picks. We're going to multi-pack as well, so get on board with me over at Tony'sPicks.com and get signed up. All right, guys, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. each time here with the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, set notifications. If you ever miss a show, all you got to do is head on over to our YouTube channel, and over there you'll find our archive with our live shows. Of course, our show here live here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Also, you can find the archive of our happy hour show. We have Rod host the show. He'll talk to you a little about it here in a bit, 5 p.m. Eastern time. But this is the archive here for our live show. Hit the live tab, watch a replay of the show. Or if you need help with the later shows, you need a rewatch, go ahead and check it out here with the live tab and hit and watch it. Also, a lot of content up on our channel with our videos, guys, on demand. So we go a little deeper into the games from you. You can see Al looks for 3 underdogs every day. We got Chris up there. Bo should be back in about a week or so, getting his new computer up there. But we can see Bo up there with his college hoops picks as well. He's got to get his equipment set for the live stream. And, of course, Rod coming in with NHL picks, guys. So check us out on our live demand over at Tony's Picks. And as Al always reminds me to, don't forget about the articles. That's right. We also have our great contributions at Tony'sPicks.com with free picks in written form. So if you head on over to our website and you want to read some really good columns from some of our writers over at Tony'sPicks.com, you can head on right over to our website. And, of course, we got Nick, who is a handicapper site. He writes all the NBA. Kevin Stott, Las Vegas Review-Journal writer, also Vegas Sun. He handles a lot of our college hoops and hockey stuff. So check out the articles over at Tony'sPicks.com. Very thorough, in-depth coverage there on these games. Well written. Many words here up here, as you can see, previews and the picks, the trends, ATS trends and picks. Kevin really goes into, he knows what he's doing. Kevin Stott's been doing this for years, 20 plus years in handicap and writing picks for these major newspapers. So check them out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Kevin Stott and Nick here with our article writing there. And of course, great work there from the guys there. So appreciate everyone's contributions here at Tony'sPicks.com. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Let everybody know about the happy hour, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, you got some on-demand content over at the site as well.
Yeah, definitely. All the hockey's covered on the site for you over there going forward. So definitely check that out. And then definitely 5 p.m. Eastern. Tune into the happy hour. Absolutely love that show. Getting you all the late info and who's in, who's out in all these games. You definitely see a regular cast of characters you see here on the morning show. Some guys can't make it in the morning and tune in to the happy hour. So definitely tune in to the happy hour at 5 p.m. Eastern. And we'll find some more winners. Get them winners flowing. So tune in 5 p.m. Eastern today.
As well. And of course, Chris, you've got some content up on demand as we saw there on the YouTube channel. Your plans for the week.
Oh, yeah, I got you guys an NBA video today, and I'll just keep pumping that out as I try to give you guys at least 1 or 2 a day. And then, of course, SEC college basketball. And as we head into baseball, I'll have you some videos for that as well.
Very good. And of course, Sean, we got Sean here in the mornings.
I'm a morning guy, yes. Soon to be, though. I'll come for the drive-by with baseball. I'll roll in with some Ruby props. Those are my favorite props I like to do. So you'll get usually I'll take one game and hit like 4, 5, 6 guys in the lineups for those 2 teams. So that's what you get from me. One game of Ruby props. There you go.
There you go from Sean. Of course, Alninos, we see that your video series up there. Looking for those 3 dogs of the day.
Yeah, wasn't too great yesterday, but yeah, looking for a big bounce back day today. Unfortunately, rough day for the dogs yesterday in the NBA overall. So it was tough to pick 3 winners there, but yeah, we're looking for a bounce back today. So make sure you go check that out.
Yeah, well, that's been really good. More good than bad from Al Ninos. If you read the comments, it's been really good. Ursula, we got you here on the mornings, and occasionally you'll dip into the happy hour.
Yeah, I'm lurking around, so I definitely do the mornings, but I'm probably going to tap in 2-3 times this week on the happy hour with them late steam and get to the bank. Let's get to it.
Very good. That's right, guys. So check us out here at Tony'sPicks.com. Lots of great content. Like, subscribe, set notifications. We'll back here tomorrow here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, so make sure you guys tune in. Before you go, anybody have anything late to closing words before we let it go?
I'm good.
All right.
It's a new week. Let's get that money.
Let's get that money, guys. One week closer to March Madness. We'll wake up. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning Monday. And we'll catch up with you tomorrow here on